Good. Not regretting it.
Good. That's the main thing.
Not regretting it.
I've been down there with the guys.
It's- Some days very, a little stressful, you know how it is. A lot.
Yeah, so there's a lot.
All in all, it's actually good.
Go-kart.
Yeah, that's it, like $2,000.
Wind race go-karts, cars from the buildings. I have a hard time judging this kind of cars, because, you know, me and Robin came out there with launch partners.
You guys staying busy?
For the most part.
It's good.
How about you?
Yep.
Good.
Haven't been twiddling my thumbs anyway.
Oh, good. That's when we started to avoid that.
Exactly. Winter's not here yet.
Uh-huh.
Call this meeting to order. Your roll call. Do you want to call us off by name?
No. Leah Juarez,
Present.
Brittany Miller,
Here.
Sherry Butcher,
Here.
Sarah McCarthy,
Here.
Tim Sutherland.
I stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And then I close this council meeting and open the public hearing. I now declare the public hearing open for the consideration of the Ridge West number 2 vacation and replat. The hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statutes, Mills Council procedures, and other applicable laws. The hearing has been set and advertised in accordance with the statutes. I would ask those individuals who wish to address the council on this issue to approach the lectern and state your name for the record. Do we have a report from staff on this item?
All right, Mayor and Council, so Greenbrier LLC is requesting a vacation replat of a portion of a previously approved Ridge West subdivision plat. This will create Ridge West number 2. So the location, it will be lot 64 through 86 of the Ridge West subdivision. And it's currently zoned R1, which is single family residential. So the proposal reorganizes the existing platted lots within the boundaries of the previously approved subdivision without expanding the subdivision's footprint or requesting any zoning changes. The proposed replat reduces the overall number of residential lots on the previously approved plat by 4, resulting in a total of 19 residential lots within 4.46 acres. The proposal therefore represents a reduction in the residential density and the existing platted envelope rather than an expansion of development. Zoning analysis again, this is R1, minimum lot size is 6,000 square feet, minimum lot width is 40 feet, and single family dwellings are intended on each lot. This does not seek to change any of that, and this replat comports with that completely. As far as agency overview, water, sewer, police, fire, all have no comment. There's no problem with service for any kind of infrastructure. Rocky Mountain Power did have, I guess we'll call it early reservations due to electrical agreement and service agreement to the subdivision, but that has long since been resolved. Black Hills did not provide any comment during agency review period. For the subdivision considerations, the subdivision remained consistent with the existing R1 zoning designation, does not create increased residential density, public street access is maintained for all lots, utility easements are shown on the plat, and existing public infrastructure is capable of serving the proposed development. Again, Rocky Mountain Power has reached an agreement, and that utility is being installed right now. That was the only issue early into this. The Planning Commission on July 9, 2026 did review the submittal and recommended it do pass to the city council. Public notice was advertised in the Whale City News first on July 16th, and then again on August 7th. All landowners within 140 feet of the proposed vacation and replat were directly mailed notice. And as of August 8th, 2026, no public comments were received. Based on the submitted plat, agency comments, and review of the city land use regulations, staff recommends and supports the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation to approve Ridge West number 2 vacation and replat. I believe the agent is here if you have questions for him, or I can answer any questions if you have them.
It's pretty straightforward, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from council? Okay. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this item?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Sean Gustafson, ECS Engineers, 1607 Seaway Avenue. Really, I don't have much to say. I just would stand up and let you know I'm here. And if you have any particular questions, I'd be happy to answer them. The deal with Rocky Mountain Power, somehow they figured we were increasing the lot numbers to 105 lots. We worked with Casey and got it resolved, as we were not. We were actually decreasing by 4. So making a little bit bigger lots down through the middle. So.
Perfect. I think it's going to be great. Those were a little tight earlier, so I think
They
that
were,
was the right
they were.
choice.
Blame infrastructure.
Yeah, and darn costly infrastructure. Does council have any questions? No?
Thank you.
Sean. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this item? And is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this item? Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in opposition of this item? Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in opposition of this item? And for a third time, anyone in the audience wishing to speak in opposition of this item? There being no others to speak for or against this item, I now declare this public hearing closed. At this time, I will reopen the regular council city meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Is there any discussion? How does council vote? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We'll go into open discussion. If there's anyone that wishes to approach council, please do so and state your name for the record.
You didn't want me to disappoint you, did you?
No, but you'd be let down if you weren't here.
Couple things. What's it take,
Name and address, please.
name and address, Juan Valdez, Scott Plain, 720 Wasatch, 715, whatever you want me at. Years ago, when lots 7 and 8, which is 725 Wasatch and 413 8th Street, was rezoned to commercial property, Steve Kurtz gave me the chance and the opportunity to change to one address. So it went to 720 Wasatch, 725 Wasatch. I do not know why the 413 still exists, because they were supposed to change that to 1 clear back in that day when it was zoned commercial property, 1 land. I don't know what went on there. My other question there is, what's it take to change some of these addresses or these properties to 1? Because I was informed that when you build buildings and stuff, you guys are trying to clean up this because you got a lot of houses and a lot of things that are over the lot lines or on the lot lines. Well, I challenge you to look around Mills. Mills was designed in the beginning for trailers. That faded out in the mid-50s on a lot of them. My house, one house is a 54 and Dad's is like 53. So obviously there's a lot of houses that go over lot lines. And so that affects us when we're trying to build stuff, because if you were wanting us to abide by lot lines, they're sort of irrelevant when I own all 3 lots. So does it make sense for us to try to figure out how to change these lots into, that got obvious houses that cover 3 lots and shops like ours that is on 3 lots to 1? Will that affect my taxes bad by it being 1? Or will it affect what you get by it being 1? I mean, there's a lot of gray areas I don't know nothing
It
about.
won't affect the taxes at all. What it requires is a minor replat. That's what it requires.
Does it make sense to do that to a lot of these places in Mills? I mean,
The
here's
point
where I'm
of-
going.
Where it really makes sense is when you're selling the lots. At that point, it makes sense because it's a little messy. For people who have that existing situation and are comfortable with it, I mean, it makes more sense to do a replat, but do you want to
You
pay
know,
to do it? Probably not.
you know, all our deeds obviously say block 34, lots 3, 4, 5,
Right.
lots 1, 2, 3, and you know, it really don't mean nothing to me. It does sort of mean something when we go to build stuff and you tell me I have to pay attention to a lot line when I own all 3 lots.
So, I do know that, putting those into one lot usually does lower the taxes. It's not by much, it's a very insignificant amount, but there is a lower tax bill there. With most of them that we've done, we've seen that. But yeah, that's exactly it. That's the whole reason for doing it, and that's, it cleans the stuff up.
Well, and that's why Steve Kurtz worked with us over there on the clamp edition or whatever, to where we had to divide them lots the opposite direction. And then my sister ended up buying the whole damn property, and she had it anyway, so that was just, you know, another one of them things that really didn't mean nothing, but we had plans on building 2 homes instead of 1 on them lands, on that land. Then when she bought it, she wanted all the land, she didn't want a neighbor. She wanted to put up a garage. So, you know, because when we are trying to put structures on them, it's hard to abide by them lot lines. I mean, that example, that 725 and 413 8th Street, old Grandma Rowland's house is back in there, and that's probably one of the oldest houses, dwellings, up on top of Mills, and it's been on the lot line longer than any of us have been alive.
Right, I guess the real issue with building on something like that that's got 3 lot lines is you know, we've got setback rules and all of
Yeah,
this
I
other
see
stuff.
that.
So that's the biggest issue, is how do you meet those setbacks? If you're going over the line, you're obviously not meeting that. So
You won't.
that's where you're stuck of, we have to go one way or the other.
Yeah, so if I am having problems meeting setbacks, is that one of them cases to where it makes more sense to turn it into 1?
It always makes more sense to turn it into 1.
Yeah, that's-
What's the expense to turning that stuff into 1?
Well, it's.
Do you have to have surveys and all that, or do you
Yes.
not, being it's
Yeah,
all?
that's where the cost would come in.
Yeah, that's sort of stupid when, well, you guys might want to be careful on that survey deal.
Well, the thing is, you're saying you guys, but it's.
No,
you.
yeah, well, okay, no, I'm saying you guys, because this is real. If I have lots 7 and 8, or surveyed, and my story of me owning out to the middle of Pindell is true, what are we gonna do about it?
Absolutely nothing. That's the thing is actually, if you wish to replat, it's really up
No,
to
but
you.
what are we gonna do about my land that's out in the middle of Pindell?
Nothing. So the thing is, Scott, that doesn't work that way.
I know, but it should.
Well, a lot of things should work
I
a certain way
understand
that
that,
don't.
Pat, you know.
But the thing is, it's a matter of convenience.
It is.
And expense.
Well, and I'm
So
looking at-
if you don't have a reason to do it, right now, I mean, just balance it. Why pay money if you don't have to?
Mhm.
But if you're going to sell something with structures on
Well,
or
and it-
build, then you probably want to do.
Well, and we honestly don't own any land to where, even if, except for 522 plat that is 1 lot, that would be sold just that lot. I mean, Mom and Dad's house, obviously it's gotta be all 3 lots because everything that covers it. And mine has to be all 3 lots, and the brickyard, because, I mean, it covers it all.
You know, so if they, do they all adjoin each other,
Yes.
pretty much?
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing about it is, and Brad could probably answer this more accurately than I did, is that if there ever came a day you wanted to straighten it out, it's probably easy to straighten the whole thing out at one time. it seems
Well, they're
to me.
across the streets and
Well,
stuff,
like-
all each other, so.
No, yeah.
Like the brickyard's all, that would be.
Brickyard's on 3 lots.
whatever.
Gotcha.
So you could put those 3 lots into one,
Right.
if you were ever to build or needed to.
Then 4,
looking
yeah,
for
because brickyard's
setbacks.
4, 5, and 6
Right.
now.
Yeah, so you could put all those into one, but
3, 4, 5, and 6.
if you don't change the use, you're grandfathered in on a lot of that.
Well, all
so-
that's commercial, so.
Unless you're going to sell it, and you're looking for, there could be clouds on the
What's not
title in some
commercial?
case.
No, you've got one that's listed as residential.
Which one?
Let me pull it up again.
So I mean,
You better fix that.
When you're
If it's
looking
lot
at-
6.
when you're looking at some of that, you know, when you go to sell, like you say you own part of Pendel,
Yeah.
that would be a cloud on the title that would have to be cleared up in order for anybody to purchase it without, through the bank.
Okay.
Those are things like that that would require the survey and. the
Which one ain't commercial?
721 residential.
You gotta fix that.
It's on you, sir. But here's the thing, if you want to merge them all, guess which one's more expensive? The
No,
commercial,
but you,
know?
I've already paid the fee and everything for that B7 is commercial property. I already went through all the stuff. Come down here and I found the check, went down, we found all the paperwork,
Well, that's through the assessor's office, though. The
but it's commercial
designation.
property.
Is there a business on there? Or there
It's
was
part of
one?
our brickyard.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's just transparency. I mean, as far as, if I were you, I mean, you're being taxed at 2 different rates.
Well,
Residential
I
being
understand
more
that. My dad
affordable.
got mad because I changed all that land into commercial, but it was more a value of it down the line. And it also was a move to, the rules are a little different with all our brickyard and everything. Than if I just have a bunch of stuff on a lot, then you guys can come start getting on me. But when I hold a commercial business, Class A in Casper and Mills in the state of Wyoming, the rules are a little different for me on them lands because they're commercial land, that whole side. But 721 that we bought, lot 6, Mike actually looked it up and gave me, and I have to go back and look in the file, gave me a copy of when it was changed and all of that. So if it's not showing that, that's sort of shame on you guys, the people before you guys, not me.
So we've been, myself and a couple of department heads have been working really hard to clean all this up. So, but I'll have to go back and check our list to see if we caught that one.
If I have to, I'll look up the check again and look at all, but Mike found it for me and he gave me a copy and I came down and got the copy from the front office that stated when it was done and all that. And I know you was paid the 300 and some bucks to go through the zoning and all that to change that because we thought that was stupid for us to own 3, 4, 5 and then lot 6 not, and 7 and 8 commercial. So we turned that whole side and the town liked it because we cleaned up an area. That whole side of the street's commercial. And you guys liked it.
Limited spots on it.
You're not alone in that, though. There's a whole list of people that we're
I
trying to
understand that,
correct.
but you know, I had to argue quite a bit with Kevin because lots 3, 4, and 5 was never changed, and I said, you get that changed. You know, we went through hell to get that into commercial property and rezoned, and you guys didn't, but in the 80s when they zoned that to residential, that was pretty stupid, being it was a brickyard since 1957. So taboo on them, you know, for doing what they did. So, well,
I agree with you. I think you should look into the expenses to make them all one, because then you have no real issues as far as the boundary lines go. You know,
well, and I
that's
don't see us
frustration.
building a bunch of big structures up there anyhow. But that goes back to the boundaries and their setbacks and all that. Everybody runs under less government, less regulations and restrictions on us, and every time I turn around there's a new law on my land. And I feel like as a citizen, when everybody campaigns on that crap, then I'm lied to and it gets all changed on us. So just food for thought, because a lot of times people vote people in because of promises.
The thing is, on a replat, we can't replat it for you.
No, I understand. You'll have to come work with you and figure out
Yeah,
how,
the replat-
and actually have to talk to
The replat's
people hiring
really,
me.
real easy to do, but you have to be the initiating party because you own the land.
Mhm.
Now, on the change in the zoning, that sounds like it was done.
It
And
was.
for some reason, it hasn't gotten reflected. That could be on our end, but it also could be on the
Assessors.
geospatial. Well, the geospatial map that we all run off of, it has weird little errors all the time.
Mm,
And so, if we're aware of it, we can hopefully track it down and get
Yeah.
them to change it.
I'm aware of it, you know, trust me, Dad was madder, like I said, madder than hell when I had all that changed to commercial, because he watched the prices go up, and you know, they were billing us for three lots on the Brickyard for taxes and nothing on that 10,000 square foot building there. And when I brought it up, all of a sudden we started getting billed for that, and my dad was madder than hell at me, but it was more a liability end and a legal end and why it needed done, and had to explain to him, you know. And it's stupid on their behalf, and you guys, you know, we filled out building permits and everything to build that. The town of Mills is one that granted us the permission to build all that structures on that land, and then they come up and was mad because we built it on residential land. You gave us the permits to build it on residential land, and if you go clear back to 57, it was, all of that up there, this all used to be the Mills Mill. That's what the town was, the Mills Mill. And then, you know, all that was, and you'll find, there's a lot of places that are still commercial property. I mean, you got bars in town that are setting in residential area, and they never changed it. And if the hideaway got changed, she never jumped through the hoops, and like the town made me jump through, and if that got changed, then something got changed illegally, because I've been to these meetings enough to make, you know, that never got changed. And this and up here don't matter, because it's an industrial. Well, when they were changing all that stuff to residential years ago in the 80s, Vince Gargiulo caught it on his, and the Bayou didn't. It stayed commercial property, because he caught all that. He's smart enough to know. So, well, anyway, that's the things I've been paying attention to this month. What do you want me to look into for next month?
Surprise us.
Yeah, I might. But yeah, I got to talk to people higher up than me on whether the family wants stuff replatted.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, obviously my houses and stuff, I don't know if it makes any sense, does it, Pat? If they cover the whole land?
Not particularly, unless you're getting ready to transfer them or something. I mean, otherwise, it might slightly depress your property taxes.
Probably not for what you're going to pay to do it.
Well,
It's a
probably
wash.
not.
And the only time it'd really probably, and I'm past my time, the only time it'd probably really be relevant is if the lender to the people that were purchasing it wanted a deed to reflect that.
They do an ILC is what it's called, it's a property survey, so they're looking to see if everything's on the lot.
Yeah.
And that's usually required by the banks, and it's a little bit different than even a boundary survey or a replat. So they don't necessarily worry about it because most of those things are grandfathered in that way.
For the most part, it's just simply a matter of convenience. I mean, in places like Mills and, you know, another example is Powder River, you'll transfer one house, and it'll be lots 1, 2, 3, and 4, you know, because they're kind of shotgun shack type lots. I mean, you know, if you write deeds, you prefer to have, you know, lot 1, block A, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But doing 4 lots,
Yeah, I know.
it's no big deal.
I fill out the deeds and they'll say lot 34, block this, or block this, and then lots 1, 2, 3, 4, and, you know.
Unless you're looking at building, it really does not.
Yeah.
It does not behoove you to put them into one.
It'd be sort of a needless expense to do it.
Well, I was just curious how that worked. I know why we did it on the other one is because we had plans of building 2 homes. And then that fell through and
Well, that, you would have needed to do that in order to separate the lot
that
lines
we had
cleanly. Yeah.
to build 2 homes, yeah.
Right.
And lots mills go this way and the homes were here, so they had to be, so they're
Yeah,
whatever,
they would've
east
had to
end
do
and,
that. Yeah.
or south end and north end of lots 13, 14, and 15.
Right.
On block wood.
Yeah, no, that would have been necessary
Yeah.
under that plan.
Right.
Yeah. All right, I'm learning. Right, next time you get the place cleaned out,
Yeah.
holler at me, I'll run them off, man.
Oh, thank you, and I'll
Yeah.
call Tammy tomorrow and see where that is, what they says.
Well, I don't wanna, hate to kick it around much, but I don't want some, as long as you guys are aware of it, I guess it don't matter to me with them, as long as you guys are aware that that's commercial property. And you should be, because you gave me paperwork.
Well, I would imagine the whole block might be zoned that way, but we'll have Casey dig into it also.
Well, I doubt you'll ever get Mr. Weber's, well, that's, of course, that's a 7th Street address.
Nobody else for public comment? Juan Valdez ran him off.
Sometimes I get in trouble for that, I gotta be careful. I'm not ever careful.
Do I have a motion to approve resolution number 2026-19, Ridge West number 2, vacation and replat?
I move that we approve resolution number 2026-19.
Second.
Any discussion? How does council vote? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
How does council vote?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Dead in the red walls.